Casinos promise chance, but behind the spinning lights, ex-employees whisper about secret signs that gamblers chase. They describe patterns they believe reveal when a jackpot is about to fall. The official story is simple. Every spin is random, every win unplanned, and all thanks to certified technology. Yet decades of floor legends and real employee routines hint at something more: psychological tricks, subtle cues, and a wave of anticipation before the biggest payouts. If the system is airtight, why do so many insiders believe these signals exist? This is where history, design, and tonight's real staff accounts collide, and the answer could change the way you see every casino game. In the late 1800s, the first slot machines appeared in American bars and cigar shops. Sitman and Pitt's poker machine, built in Brooklyn in 1891, used 5 drums and 50 cards to mimic a poker hand, paying out winners in drinks or cigars. Just a few years later, Charles Fay in San Francisco created the Liberty Bell. This 3-reel machine, with its horseshoes, bishels, bells, and the spades, paid out coins automatically. The mechanics were simple and visible. Winners triggered a cascade of coins, and a jammed hopper or stuck reel was obvious to both players and staff. Floor supervisors, often the most experienced employees, could spot a problem from across the room. For early casino workers, every payout was a physical event. The only real sign before a jackpot was a machine's growing pile of coins or a hopper that rattled with each pull. By the 1960s, slot machines transformed. Bally's Money Honey, released in 1963, replaced most gears and springs with electric parts. The lever was still there, but now the machine could pay out up to 500 coins automatically, thanks to a bottomless hopper. Lights flashed and bells rang louder, drawing crowds and making every win feel bigger. Attendants responded to coin jams, overflow trays, and service lights. Veteran supervisors remember the routine: a loud machine, a flashing light, and a staff member with a key or a coin bucket. These were the new bad tells, not signs of a jackpot coming, but signals that something big had just happened. The next leap arrived in the 1970s. Fortune Coin introduced the first video slot in 1976, using a modified television screen to display spinning reels. By the 1990s, digital technology and random number generators took over. Outcomes were decided by software, not by visible gears or physical stops. The old cues, hopper jams, coin piles, and stuck reels vanished. For employees, the job shifted from watching for mechanical problems to monitoring meters and responding to software alerts. Today, every outcome is hidden behind a screen, and the only thing a supervisor sees before a jackpot is the same as any player: a spin, a pause, and the sudden appearance of a winning combination. The era of visible signs faded as technology advanced, leaving only memories from those who remember the clatter and clang of the gold casino floor. Slot machines today are built to do more than just spin reels. They are engineered to pull players in and keep them playing. The casino floor is a sensory maze of flashing lights, chiming bells, and pulsing music, all working together to create a sense of excitement and anticipation. Every sound and color is chosen for a reason. Designers use what is called the near-miss effect. When the reels stop just one symbol short of a big win, the machine celebrates almost as loudly as if you had hit the jackpot. This near miss is not a sign that a win is coming. Instead, it is a psychological trick, proven to keep players engaged and coming back for another spin. A former cocktail server, Cynthia, remembers how regulars would tense up when the lights on a progressive machine started to flash, even for a minor bonus. Cynthia says people would sit for hours, convinced the machine was about to hit. You could see them gripping the armrest, waiting for some magic moment. But it was just the game doing what it is designed to do. These reactions are not random. Casinos rely on cognitive biases, mental shortcuts that shape how people interpret chance and luck. The gambler's fallacy is common. Players believe a machine is due for a win after a long dry spell, even though every spin is independent. The availability heuristic makes rare big wins feel more likely because the memory of the jackpot lights and cheers is so vivid. Confirmation bias kicks in when players remember the times they felt a sign and won, but forget the countless times nothing happened. All these elements, near-miss animations, celebratory sounds, and the careful placement of machines work together to create an environment where every moment feels charged with possibility. The cues feel predictive, but they are engineered to keep hope alive, not to reveal the next big win. For employees, the real inventory is not just coins or bills. It is the subtle ways the floor keeps players hooked, believing the next spin could change everything. On the casino floor, every slot machine is designed to draw attention, but only a handful of cues come directly from the hardware itself. The first and most obvious is the maintenance light, usually a small colored beacon perched on top of the cabinet. When this light flashes, it means the machine needs attention. Sometimes it is a simple refill request. Other times it is a minor error, or a payout that requires a staff member's key. Players often misread this as a sign of an impending win, but in reality it is just a service call triggered by the machine's sensors. A former slot technician describes how these lights are programmed to respond to coin jams, low hoppers, or ticket printer issues, not to signal a jackpot. Another cue players watch for is the sudden appearance of near-miss clusters. When the reels stop just short of a winning combination, the game flashes celebratory lights and lets out a burst of sound. To an untrained eye, it can look like the machine is warming up, but the outcome was decided the instant the spin button was pressed. The near miss is a built-in feature, not a preview of a jackpot. Technicians confirm these sequences are mapped out in the software, designed to keep players engaged rather than foreshadow a big payout. A third hardware-based signal is the rapid climb of a progressive meter. On linked machines, the jackpot display ticks upward with every bet made, sometimes across dozens of cabinets. When the meter approaches a round number, like $5,000 or $10,000, players gather, convinced a win is near. In truth, the meter's movement is pure arithmetic, a percentage of each wager added to the pool. The actual trigger for the jackpot is hidden inside the system, set by a random or secret value that no one on the floor can see. Only in must-hit by progressives does the meter provide any real information, and even then, the exact moment of the win remains unpredictable. Across all these cues, the pattern is the same. What looks like a sign is either a maintenance alert, a psychological prompt, or a mathematical display. The hardware offers no secret handshake or code. For employees, the real work happens behind the scenes, resetting machines, clearing tickets, and keeping the floor running smoothly. The next set of cues comes not from the cabinets themselves, but from the people moving among them. Casino staff play a larger role in the atmosphere than most players realize. Surveillance operators, floor attendants, and managers each follow routines that can change the energy of the room, often in ways players misinterpret as signs of an approaching jackpot. One of the most common cues is the sudden appearance of multiple staff members near a busy machine bank. But this is rarely about a win in progress. Surveillance heat maps, generated in real time, alert floor supervisors to clusters of activity, crowds forming, players betting rapidly, or a machine stuck in a service loop. Supervisors may send an attendant to check on the area, not because a jackpot is about to hit, but to ensure the games are running smoothly and rules are being followed. Another cue involves the arrival of managers. When a manager steps onto the floor and lingers near certain machines, regulars sometimes whisper that a big payout is imminent. In reality, managers are often responding to operational needs, reviewing large cash outs, checking promotional setups, or verifying that machines flagged by surveillance are functioning correctly. According to a former surveillance operator with 10 years experience, managers walk the floor whenever the system flags unusual play or a technical alert. Players think we are watching for wins, but we are just keeping an eye on the flow. A third staff-related cue is the subtle shift in service patterns. Cocktail servers and attendants may circulate more frequently around high-traffic machines, especially during peak hours. This is not a sign of a machine about to pay out. It is a practical response to increased customer presence. When a progressive meter climbs past a round number or a minor bonus is hit, service staff might cluster nearby to handle the crowd, refill drinks, or answer questions. These shifts are driven by crowd management, not by inside knowledge of a coming jackpot. Taken together, these staff movements and environmental changes are part of the casino's daily rhythm. The real-time adjustments, guided by surveillance data and routine protocols, keep the floor running efficiently. For players, these patterns can feel like clues, but for employees, they are simply the background choreography of a busy casino. The real signals of a jackpot remain locked inside the machine's software, untouched by the flow of people and activity on the floor. Random number generators sit at the heart of every modern slot machine. Each time a player presses the spin button, the RNG selects a number in a fraction of a second, mapping it to the symbols that appear on the reels. This process happens thousands of times per second, even when no one is playing. No visual cue, sound, or staff routine influences the outcome. The result is locked in the instant the button is pressed. Gaming regulators require every machine to pass strict certification tests, ensuring that each spin is mathematically independent and cannot be predicted or manipulated. A former slot technician with 12 years on the job explains that people think there is a pattern, but the machine does not know if it is hot or cold. The random number generator does not care about streaks, crowds, or anything happening on the floor. Progressive jackpots add another layer, but the core principle remains unchanged. On a linked bank of machines, a small percentage of every wager, usually between 1% and 5%, feeds into the growing jackpot meter. The meter climbs predictably, visible to everyone, but the trigger for a win remains hidden. For standard progressives, the jackpot can hit at any time, no matter how high or low the display. The only exception comes with must-hit by progressives. In those, the system randomly selects a secret number between a minimum and a disclosed maximum, for example, $5,000. Players know the jackpot must hit before that cap, but no one, not even casino staff, knows the exact moment. The closer the meter gets to the maximum, the more players gather, hoping their spin will be the lucky one, but the outcome is still determined by the random number generator. Operational safeguards are built into every system. Progressive controllers track every wager and reconcile totals in real time. If something does not add up, the machines lock out and staff must investigate. Regulators audit these logs, searching for any sign of tampering or error. The process is transparent and tightly controlled, designed to keep both the casino and the players honest. No staff member can access the random number generator or alter the progressive meter's logic without triggering an immediate audit trail. Mathematics behind slot machines is built on independence and randomness. The growing meter, the flashing lights, and even the must hit by threshold are all part of the show. The real action happens in silicon and code, far beyond the reach of superstition or routine. After a jackpot hits, the real flurry on the casino floor begins. Every major win triggers a cascade of procedures designed to protect both the casino and the player. The first safeguard is the hand pay threshold. On most modern slot machines, any payout above a set amount, often $1,200 in the United States, locks the machine and alerts staff. This is not about celebration. It is about compliance. Federal tax law requires the casino to issue a W-2G tax form for big wins, and the machine will not budge until a supervisor arrives to verify the jackpot, collect the winner's ID, and complete the paperwork. Supervisors follow a strict checklist during this process. The moment a hand pay is triggered, the floor attendant notes the machine number and time, then calls for a supervisor. The supervisor checks the machine meters, confirms the payout, and logs the event in the casino central system. Two staff members must witness the payout, one to handle the cash or voucher, the other to verify the transaction. This dual signature protocol leaves an audit trail that regulators can review at any time. The next layer of protection is the hopper cap. Each machine has a physical limit on how many coins or bills it can hold. If a win exceeds this limit, the machine signals for a hand pay. Even if the jackpot is below the tax threshold, this prevents accidental overflows and ensures every payout is fully accounted for. Technicians are called only if a technical issue arises, such as a jammed hopper or a display error, and they are never called to influence the outcome of a spin. Behind the scenes, every hand pay and jackpot is logged in the casino accounting system. Audit trails include the machine ID, time, amount, and the names of every employee involved. Regulators review these logs during routine inspections, looking for anomalies or signs of tampering. The process is designed to be airtight. Staff actions are always reactive, never predictive. No one on the floor, from the newest attendant to the most senior supervisor, has access to the random number generator or the ability to see a win coming. Their job is to follow the checklist, document the event, and keep the flow of money and information under tight control. Picking the right machine starts with understanding how volatility and jackpot meters work. High volatility slots pay out less often, but when they do, the wins are bigger. These machines can drain your credits fast, but they are the ones that hand out life-changing jackpots. Low volatility machines, on the other hand, offer smaller, more frequent wins, good for stretching a session, not for chasing a massive payout. For players eyeing progressives, the must-hit by meter offers the only real edge. If the display is close to the maximum, for example, a jackpot must hit by $1,000 and the meter reads $980, the odds tilt slightly in your favor. Still, the exact moment is locked away by the system, and no one knows when it will happen. Watching these meters and choosing machines accordingly is as close as players get to making an informed pick. Managing your bankroll is the most important skill any casino regular can develop. Set a firm limit before you start playing, whether it is $100 or $1,000. That number should not change once you are on the floor. Break your session into smaller chunks, taking regular breaks to step away from the machines and check your balance. Some experienced players use a timer and end their play after 30 or 60 minutes, no matter the outcome. Others walk away after doubling their money or after reaching a set loss. Casinos are designed to keep you in your seat, and discipline is your best defense. Joyce, a former slot attendant, tracked her sessions over a year and found that strict limits made 42% of her sessions profitable, without chasing losses or falling for the idea that a win was just one more spin away. Responsible play keeps the game fun and your wallet intact. Today, every spin is sealed by algorithms, untouched by staff, myths, or ritual. As casinos digitize further, the belief in patterns lingers, driving billions into machines each year. The real secret is this: odds remain fixed, and hope fuels the house. In the end, knowledge, not luck, offers the best defense. What is your take on these truths? Share your thoughts below.